Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Adelia Dwi Rahmawati. In this video, I want to tell about my opinions. There is two motion. The first motion is homework should be banned, and the second motion is kids who get better grades in school will be more successful in life. Homework is a task given by the teacher to the discipline. It is done at home. In relation to a subject or some subject, most teachers view this approach as the most effective way to increase the quantity of children learning at home. However, the student no longer consider homework to be a subject for repetition of subject at home, but it is a burden that his teacher give him, who must inevitably complete it and must be collected at the appointed deadline. Every single school in the world set homework to be done after school. That is why it is called homework. And usually, after the 8 or more hours school day, most students are tired. This means that students will not have their full concentration when they are attending to the homework. Because of this, their performance will not be as good as it could be, and this would mean that their overall grade will go down. And it's not the whole point of an education or a school to help the student become a better smart person. Also, in some student case, if they are completely booked for every single hour of the day, they will not have any time to complete the homework. When a situations like this occur, teachers start to not trust the student, and this just create bad views of the student in the teacher's eyes, all because they were forced to complete homework when they were tired. Homework just adds unnecessary stress to students. Students are doing it when they are tired after a long day of school. It can use valuable time in which the student could be doing their hobby or learning a new skill, and it can create unnecessary issues in students' sleep cycles. It is often a time when teachers give too much homework to the student, considering the bad effect it can have on a learner. Homework reduces time with family, when time with family is vital for children growing mentally and physically, and without it, social problems can grow within the child and can divide families by lack of time spent together. Besides that, children also need to have after-school activities or to develop hobbies like playing music, singing, sport, and so on. The National Education Association and the National Parent-Teacher Association have agreed on a 10-minute rule, which is the standard amount of time students should spend on homework. The rule states that students should spend 10 minutes a night per grade level working in homework. However, a student by the University of Phoenix showed that students ranging from grade 9 to the grade 12 are assigned 210 minutes a night. These students are dealing with increasingly large amount of homework, spending nearly twice the amount of time on homework if there is fewer homework or no homework at all. Students will be more willing to finish their given assignment and have a greater sense of accomplishment. Homework is stressful. Based on a survey conducted by Stanford University, 56% of students consider homework a primary source of stress, while less than 1% of students said homework was not a stressor. Also, more than 80% of students show symptoms of stress such as headache, exhaustion, sleep deprivation, weight loss, and stomach problems. All of these bothersome stress and health issues are all thanks to homework. Obviously, no homework equals no stress. Without homework, students don't need to drain all their time sitting in front of their desks, being burned out and worrying about whether or not they turn in all of their assignments. Therefore, having no homework is an absolute paradise for students. Based on survey conducted by Stanford University, 56% of students consider homework a primary source of stress, while less than 1% students said homework was both a stress because homework did not make students better at studying, but add to the students' burden because homework only assumed homework was completed quickly before deadline. Due to the adverse effect of homework, I agree that homework should be banned. The grades at school are not enough to forget you to be a strong person in navigating the steep twists of life. Experience will make you understand the difference between getting good grades in school and doing good in life. Achieving grades in the Achieving grades is the most emphasized thing in the school world. Sometimes students whose grades are not outstanding and get bad grades lose their confidence due to the views of the teacher and those around them who only allow smart students. Parents and teachers only focus on the value obtained by the child, not on the potential or talent they have. In fact, every child must have a different potential or talent. Parents and teachers should try to find that potential and unleash their talents. That's how to build their confidence to face a successful life in the future. The curriculum in school seems to be not perfect. There are many aspects of life that need attention in addition to a compulsory subject in school. For example, how to deal with failure, how to maintain a healthy relationship, what to do to be a happy person, and so on. Those are some of the reasons why getting high grades in school is actually not all directly proportional to success in the future. If you are a student with average grades in class, you still have the potential to be successful as long as you never stop learning. Grades cannot be used as a measure to assess a child's intelligence because every child is special. That is one important thing that parents need to be aware of. A child may be good at arithmetic but not necessarily excel in sports, while other children may be proficient in chemistry but not necessarily able to sing well. A person's success is not determined solely by knowledge and technical abilities or hard skill, but rather by the ability to manage oneself and others, or soft skill. This was revealed in a study at Harvard University in the United States. This research revealed the success is only determined about 20% by hard skill and the remaining 80% by soft skill. Even the most successful people in the world can succeed because they are supported by soft skill rather than hard skill. A book entitled Emotional Intelligence and School Success by Joseph Zinn 101 compiles various research results on the positive influence of children's emotional intelligence on success in school. In the book, it is said that there are a number of risk factors that cause children failure in school. The risk factors mentioned did not lie in the intelligence of the brain but in character. Characters that help to achieve success are self-confidence, the ability to work together, the ability to get along, the ability to concentrate, empathy, and communication skill. Physiologist Daniel Goleman explained that 80% of a person's success is influenced by emotional intelligence, and only 20% is determined by brain intelligence or IQ. Children who have problems in their emotional intelligence will have difficulty learning, socializing, and cannot control their emotion. There are still many people who think that values will definitely provide success in the future, even though there have been many studies and examples around us that many people are able to succeed in their fields not based on school grades. For example, Anna Avanti is a famous designer in Indonesia. She has succeeded in creating beautiful clothes that are widely known both locally and internationally. Since elementary school, she has shown an interest in fashion by making pictures of clothes to making cute ribbons, which are then sold to her friends. Anna Avanti's success illustrates that a person can survive with her talents and hobbies, so she doesn't always depend on grades in class. However, that does not mean educate is not important. However, is still confident that your child is good in their field. Do not occasionally scold children, let alone compare children because of their abilities, because we will only hurt the child hurt and make them feel insecure. Parents only need to strengthen, appreciate, and encourage all the process that have been carried out by their children. Based on study at Harvard University in the United States, a book entitled Emotional Intelligence and School Success by Joseph Zins, and the experience by Anna Avanti, I disagree that kids who get better grades in school will be more successful in life. Okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.